Welcome to the Evolving Women podcast, where growth, healing, and empowerment aren't just ideas, they're a way of being. I'm Teresa Lysam, and in each episode, I'm joined by an extraordinary woman, one who is boldly shining her light in the world, one who is bringing her real life experience to each and every episode. And you'll be meeting my guest co host for today here shortly. She brings her heart centered wisdom and her powerful story to remind us all that we are not alone on this journey. This space is your permission to evolve, to expand, and to fully embody your most radiant, authentic self. So let's evolve together. Hi, everyone. Welcome to this episode of Evolving Women. Today, my amazing guest co-host is Socorro Diaz. Hi, my friend.
Hi.
So glad
Hello.
you're here. And we're glad everybody who's here listening, we're so glad to have you here as well. So we're here to really dig into Socorro's story and how she's transformed herself and how she had to create a new identity throughout her life, which we've all done in some form or fashion. But Socorro, you came to the States at the young age of 19 with the purpose of learning the language. And then you have a whole bunch of stories beyond that, I know. And we don't have to get into them all, but just for my own curiosity, like, how was that when you first got here? To me, I'd be like terrified or whatever, but
Well, I was 19 and I've been always an adventurous person, so it wasn't too bad. And also I came to live with my relatives and in the Spanish community.
okay.
So it wasn't really too bad in that sense. But yeah, going to school, taking the bus, all those things I had to learn it my way
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
evolve.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Evolve. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. A different culture,
Different
different way of
cultures.
going about just
Yeah.
daily things.
Yeah. And I went to an ESL school that I learned different cultures because in an ESL program, it's people from all over the world. So
Mm-hmm.
that was very enriching experience.
Oh, I bet. Man, we all need experiences like that, connecting and befriending people from around the world instead of
Yes.
just our own little,
Yeah.
enclosed space, their little community that we never get out of. So
Yeah.
that's awesome that you had that opportunity at that young age.
Yeah. And that's where I met my ex-husband, married a Japanese man, and it was another adventure there too. 18 years of marriage, and we are still good friends.
Oh, good. That's good to hear. I know you were saying you had a mix of the two languages there.
Hmm.
When you were in that relationship. That
Yeah,
would be very interesting, I'm sure.
it was still it is.
Oh, yeah, that's true. You're still friends.
Yeah.
So you took, from my understanding, you took, regular jobs just around, but you ended up being a massage therapist,
Hmm.
which, that's amazing. That is, I know several myself, and to be able to help people
Yeah.
really relax and feel good and
Yeah.
that's just a special gift. That's just a modality that we think that it's like a special treat, but it's really something we need to be doing on a regular basis as a
Yes.
maintenance type of a practice.
That's what I believe. That it is not a luxury. It is a need for your own well-being.
Oh,
From
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
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 And what got me into massage therapy, somebody discovered me in a party. I was, massaging my friend's neck, and somebody asked me, "Can you do it for me?" And I did.
Uh-huh.
And so she asked me if I am a massage therapist. I said no. She said, "You have good hands." So she's the one who sent me to massage school,
Oh, wow.
and I fall in love with it.
Oh, wow. You had magical hot hands, healing hands.
Yeah, that's where my one of my nicknames is Finger Diaz, because my friend thinks that I can detect everything with my fingers.
And there's some people that can, man. I
Yeah.
was connected with a person. I
Uh,
did a little bit of massage as well. I went to massage school for a period of time. And
okay.
yeah, my instructor was, whoo, he could pinpoint anything just
Mm-hmm.
with his hands.
Mm-hmm.
It was
Mm-hmm.
absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah. And I
don't
was
just,
looking into something that will allow me to be a full-time mom, because then
mm-hmm.
I already had my daughter. And so I actually was allowed to bring my daughter to school for a few hours while my dad would come and pick her up. So she grew up in the environment.
Oh, wow. Yeah, so that gives you some flexibility.
Yeah,
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 when your
yeah,
child is young.
yeah.
But now you've pivoted again. I know you've pivoted many times and recreated yourself multiple times in your lifetime. Now what are you doing? Please share with us.
I do mostly trauma release through family constellations and somatic work. I adapted the massage techniques. Actually, by working in so many bodies, I start detecting areas where the body stores emotional trauma. And then I start asking questions, and then in no time the ancestors start showing up, and I start exploring ancestral healing, and that got me into family constellations. That I like it because it looks at the whole family system.
Hmm.
Where is that trauma coming from? A lot of the times it's not ours, it's an ancestor's trauma that we keep carrying through our DNA, the information in our cells, and we keep repeating certain patterns. Um, but many years ago, I need to go back, through the Catholic Church, I did the healing of the family tree, because I saw how the history in my family system kept repeating. Unfortunately, back because I did it through the family constellation, through the Catholic Church, my mom was open to it, and
Wow.
we did the whole thing together.
Mm.
So that's when I started looking into more into the family history and how we are affected by the past
Wow.
in our
Now,
family.
just to stop you there, this might be a foreign concept to some people.
Mhm.
Like this whole idea that these repetitive patterns have come up through the family lineage, through generations, that we're repeating unconsciously. We don't even know
Right.
that that's happening. We just, might think it's us and we might create some negative self-talk around it. And why am I like this? Whatever. And you're saying it could have come up through that bloodline, through that DNA, and it's really not yours.
No,
And
yeah.
you help release that. Like that is a big concept to wrap your head around.
It is amazing to me that by, well, in the family constellation is a systemic approach. What we see what we keep repeating. So in that sense, when we are able to talk to that ancestor with healing phrases and say, thank you, I see you, I recognize you, I honor your life, your destiny. And many times what happens, we see that that ancestor has been excluded, And by reincorporating the ancestor into the family system, just by saying, I see you and I take you in my heart,
Mm.
the healing happens.
Wow.
And we are helping the ancestor to heal. We are helping ourselves to heal and future generations, because the trauma stops there.
Yeah, breaking
That's
that
the
back.
beauty of the
Yeah.
work.
Yeah, this is like this family constellation. I know I shared with you, I've never heard of it, but this whole concept of bringing ancestors forward, communicating with them, or, acknowledging them. Like in the US, like we don't do that stuff. Like it's not
Mhm.
something that we've grown up with. That's why it's
No,
such a shocking, it could be a shocking idea
yeah,
to somebody.
yeah. And, in many cultures, like the Mexican culture, and I find out that not all Latin countries do the same thing, but we honor the dead.
Mm-hmm.
We honor our ancestors once
Right.
a year. We commune with them.
Mm-hmm.
And so we are always in contact with them. In that way, we are also living the history.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But in that way, we can also keep repeating the histories.
Right, right.
It can be the right way. I'm not the right way, in a positive way or negative way. But,
Mm-hmm.
when it is a negative way, it has a tremendous impact in our well-being in all areas.
Right, right. And again, that's another concept. When I first learned that we store emotions in our tissues, in our body, that we need to let those go because they could be causing all kinds of problems for us. And again, we don't even know about that. We don't understand it. We just assume it's something that we need to go through or whatever. We just accept it. So that was a really eye-opening idea for me to wrap my head around.
Yeah, yeah, it is amazing. For example, when I started getting constellated myself through later on, the constellator became my teacher. I start constellating the accidents that keep repeating. I had constant accidents, especially whenever I was in a fun activity or traveling. Um, I will either get into an accident, any kind of accident that will practically cripple me.
Mm,
And I start looking into it, and that's when I start seeing how the women in my family system didn't allow themselves to have fun.
hmm.
And for them, having fun was sinful. So by looking at it and acknowledging my ancestors, I freed them from that
Mm,
burden, and telling them, in order to um I'm sorry,
you're
uh,
fine.
I want to honor your lives, and in honoring your life, I'm going to live my life.
Hmm.
I'm going to enjoy life. In
Hmm.
that way, the ancestors heal and I heal. And I haven't had any accident since then. It was 2022 when that happened.
Wow.
But recently I started having little accidents, and then I catch myself, uh, and I stop and I ask, what is this happening again? And I had to really look at my actions. And it
Hmm.
wasn't coming from an ancestor, or, it was coming from my own stuff.
Mm, interesting.
And that's the other beautiful thing about family constellations, that it gives you another perspective of where you are.
Hmm. Wow.
And not everything comes from our ancestors. Many times it's like, is this, I am causing this by my behavior, by my actions.
Hmm.
So we can look at it, where it's coming from.
So it's a process of, I like the way you said awareness
Hmm.
first, and then a process of just digging deep and exploring and being curious.
Right.
We, again, tend not to do. We just shove the emotions down. We don't want to look at them. We don't feel that they're that important and we're not going to deal with them.
Hmm.
And that's we're doing ourselves and everybody else a disservice for that.
Right. Yeah. And another thing that doing this work, we stop being the victim
Love that.
because now I am responsible for my own behavior and my own decisions and my own choices.
Wow. Yeah. Whew. This just seems like a really powerful process, technique, modality where you're impacting not just yourself, but like you said, your siblings, your future
Yeah.
generations. I have grandkids. I could be impacting them. They don't even have to really know about it, but I've
Yeah.
always thought that I was here to stop certain patterns, as you've
Yeah.
just already, and maybe this is a new avenue for me to explore, but it's just having an awareness and to actually thinking about this stuff instead of allowing ourselves to go through life and being distracted as we are nowadays, just
Right.
really allow ourselves to explore like, where is this coming from? Is this
Mhm.
mine? Is it something I learned, a learned behavior? And now you're saying, is it something that's come up through the family lineage? And how do I stop it? What do I do about it? Because I am now the responsible person. I want to break out of
Exactly.
that victim mentality.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is just, I just absolutely love this whole idea. So empowering.
It is very empowering. Like that example that I was giving you, I started having little accidents again, and I had
Hmm.
to stop and look at it. And then I saw how I have so much on my plate and I wanted to accomplish everything at once. So I was multitasking. It's like,
Hmm.
okay, Socorro, stop. You don't have to do everything at once. One thing at a time, and taking deep breaths and sitting and,
Hmm.
you know, reconnecting with myself, centering myself.
Yes.
Then I was able to choose one activity and finish with that one and move into another one.
Mm. Trust me, I deal with that, man. I'm like, yeah, I want to do everything, and it's
Ah,
really hard for me to just finish, focus on one thing, and then move on to the next thing. So yeah,
yeah,
that's something that
yeah.
again, I think that's our culture here in this society as
It
well.
is yeah, it is very cultural right
Yeah,
now.
that
Yeah,
multitasking. We
yeah.
think it's like a badge of honor, but it really isn't, you
Exactly.
know?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I can do it. I'm the superwoman or the
Exactly,
superman.
exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're not really serving ourselves in any way. Now, I believe what you were just speaking about is part of your somatic approach as well, or is everything kind of connected together? Your trauma release, your
You know, mhm.
go ahead.
I I put it this way. I married both of them because
Okay.
I was in conflict when I really didn't want to do more massages. Anyways,
Mm-hmm.
my body was saying no more.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because I did I was very specific in my work. I'm very detail oriented.
Mm-hmm.
And my sessions have been always 1.5 hours, sometimes over.
Mm-hmm.
But my body was saying no more.
I bet.
And I wanted to stop doing massages totally,
Mm-hmm.
no more.
Mm-hmm.
And my teacher, one of my teachers, helped me to see, well, you can combine both. Uh, you can still work in the area where you are uh, feeling or sensing the trauma, and just work in that area and use the family constellation. Just start guiding the person to talk to the symptom and to whoever she is carrying that symptom from.
Hmm.
For example, in a family constellation, the person comes to work on symptoms most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Migraines, um, digestive issues,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
cancer, uh, illnesses. So I start looking into that symptom, and I guide the person to talk to the symptom. I have either, if I do it in group, I have somebody representing the symptom and representing the person who is constellating. So the person can see the whole, feel the whole picture. And then the symptom starts talking, giving
Mm.
me clues. And then it's like, okay, let's let me get somebody to represent your grandmother. It's connected to your grandmother, for example. And then we start talking to the grandmother. And maybe the grandmother is connected to a son or a
Mm-hmm.
child.
Mm-hmm.
And so I get as somebody to represent that child so the grandmother can resolve the issue with the child. And then the person can resolve the issue with the symptom. It's something like
Wow.
that.
Wow.
And if it is in a private session, only with one person, I said, imagine that the migraine is in front of you.
Mm.
And then I start, and now imagine that your grandmother is behind the migraine. And let's talk to grandma. And
Mm.
meanwhile, I'm working with doing some somatic work, some body work. And it's a beautiful, to me, it's a
Like
art, it's art. It's
like
a,
yeah, like a synergy. You're bringing these together. Oh my God, that sounds beautiful. And your face just lit up like when you said, "Oh, they like it all comes together," and it's
I love it. Yeah.
yeah, I can tell. I can tell.
Yeah.
But again, what an idea for some of us to wrap our head around. The symptom starts talking to you. Like
Hmm.
that almost sounds like, whoa. Like,
Yeah.
but it's not a scary process you lead people through.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's very gentle and eye-opening for sure.
Yes, it is.
It's just, I'm fascinated by it. I don't know if you could tell. It's just, I've been introduced to a lot of modalities, healing modalities over the years, and this is one that is nothing I've ever come across before. That's why I'm
Yeah.
so fascinated with it. But it almost sounds like you're asking the person that you're constellating. I love that you're
Hmm.
using that as a verb.
Yeah.
That's moving them through the process. You're distancing them from that symptom. Is that what I'm understanding? So
Hmm.
there's a little bit, they can be more objective about it.
Yes. Making peace with the symptom too, with the
Mm.
illness, and being grateful because that symptom, that illness, I love this. It came in through a message. My friend was going through very delicate, difficult surgery. It was all the spine. Uh,
Okay.
they found cancer along her spine, and she
Ooh.
had to be open, totally
Mm-hmm.
open.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a 10-hour surgery.
Wow.
And I was praying, and I hear very loud and clear, her soul is healing. The cancer is her medicine to heal her soul. The body might not survive, but her soul is going to be
Mm.
whole.
Wow.
And it was such a beautiful message that I
Mm,
got, that from that point is like, be grateful for that
mm,
symptom, that illness, because it's healing your soul,
wow.
yeah, your
Mm,
spirit. And the body is the body, it's ma- matter. But I
mm-hmm.
think the message that I got, the healing of the soul is more important
More important than the physical
than the
body.
physical
Yeah.
body. Yeah.
Wow.
And
Phew.
and she survived.
Oh, wow. That's
Yeah.
fabulous.
Yeah. Um, and then from then on, I focused on gratitude for everything, because I mean, if the body is complaining about something, aches, pains, it's giving you a message. Be
Mm-hmm.
grateful for that symptom.
Mm,
And when we start, sometimes I start talking to the symptom. Tell me more. Tell
wow.
me more. And I keep a dialogue with the symptom. And it's amazing what the symptom can tell you. Where it's
Wow.
coming from. I need I need you to slow down. I need you to stop. I need you to take
Mm,
breaks. Whatever.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I love this whole gratitude or thanking something that we're not real happy with,
Yeah.
and it might be causing us problems, but we're coming into a state of gratitude for it, just like an emotion, the emotion of anger. You, it's telling you something, it's teaching you something, it's there for
Yeah.
a reason. It's
Exactly.
not anything to be angry about.
No, and we get angry at that. But mostly we get angry at our bodies,
Yep, yep,
at God, for
yep.
allowing it this to happen,
Yes,
and we are
exactly.
doing ourselves. There is
Yes.
a good series on Netflix. It's called Another Self.
Another self.
Yes, on
Okay.
Netflix. And actually, the constellator asked the woman that is consulting, have you, I'm paraphrasing,
Mm-hmm.
have you um, uh, been, do you have gratitude for the cancer? And the
Mm,
woman looks like, what are you asking me? Say
mm-hmm.
thank you to the
Mm-hmm.
cancer. And she got really angry.
Oh, wow.
But I mean, that series came after, a couple of years later, after I had that message about my
Mm-hmm.
friend. So when I hear it, it's like, yes, it's out there.
Yeah, I say the information and the ideas are actually out there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's outside the medical, our standard medical model. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I know I didn't realize there were other things, other options outside what I grew up with, going to the doctor. If you
Mm-hmm.
have something going, you go to the doctor, they give you something like it was all an somebody outside of myself was doing whatever they needed to do. And so that's how I grew up. I remember I met a woman who always went to a chiropractor. Like that was her way of coming into health. And I'm like, like you can go to a chiropractor for a cold? Like it was just I was starting to learn
Uh-huh.
all these different things, like reflexology. Like, what is that? The
Uh-huh.
process of working on somebody's feet. Like, all these modalities started rolling into my awareness. Like, I didn't know anything like these things existed
Uh-huh.
outside that standard medical model. So I'm really glad you're bringing this forward to our listeners so they can also have that opportunity to explore something outside of what they've grown up with or what they think is the proper way of, attaining health.
Exactly. And there's so many ways, but I think it is very important to mention that the most important thing to do is to listen to your body, because
Mhm.
you have all the answers. And even what might be working for you might not work for me.
Right, right. Everybody's body is different, and we're bombarded with all kinds of
Oh,
information.
yeah.
like what to eat. Don't drink this. Don't eat
um,
that. Like work out this way. It's
yeah,
very confusing.
it is. And it's so much information, and that's the reason I want to emphasize. Get into your body, into your heart, and ask from there what
Mm,
it is for me. Ask, is this product going to be of my for my benefit or not?
mm, mm. Yeah,
Is
just
this therapy will help me?
hmm yeah, just asking our body, asking
Mhm.
our inner selves can be just so eye-opening. And
Yeah,
I mean, I do it a little bit. I know I don't do it nearly enough. But again, that's not something we're taught. At least I never was taught this.
yeah,
Like it's something outside of you that is coming into the rescue, not like going inside and seeing what you can do for yourself, what your body wants. It's like a total different concept of the way I grew up. So this
yeah,
is,
yeah. I feel fortunate that I grew up in that atmosphere of healers. It
mm,
was a healer in the neighborhood, and my mom always sent us to the healer before she sent took us to the doctor.
I
So
love
I
that.
have both.
Yeah, I do
Yeah,
that now, but
yeah,
that was only maybe up till about 15 years ago. Now I go to a body worker, massage therapist, like somebody else other
yeah,
than a medical
yeah.
person. Not to dismiss medical people.
No, that's what I
They're
tell my clients.
they're just
Go,
one, yeah, they're just
yes,
one option.
yeah. Go and get checked.
Yeah.
Get your annual annual checkups, and from
Hmm.
there you decide. You have the
Right.
information. You can go to
Right.
a naturopath or whoever you want with
Exactly.
that information. But I
Hmm.
think it is important to go to the doctor, get checked
Yes.
up.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they don't always know this stuff either. Like,
No.
I love essential oils. I've been using them for years, and that's what I use for
Ah,
myself instead of
yeah.
going to a doctor. I'll go to my oils first. But
Yeah.
prior to that, like I didn't know anything about them,
Uh-uh.
and that I had that capability of serving myself with something as easy as an essential oil.
Yeah.
So I guess my invitation to those watching and listening is just know that there's other options and be open to
Exactly.
explore them.
Yes.
Typically, one option will lead you to another option, which leads you to
Exactly.
another.
Exactly. Yeah. And be
And
open-minded,
yes, exactly. Now I know we have to wrap it up here. How can someone get a hold of you if they're interested in what you're offering the
The
world?
best way is through my website, socorrodias.com. And I am on Instagram, Facebook as Socorro Diaz Official. And my YouTube, I think, is Socorro Diaz Official too. I'm not sure.
Okay. And we'll put that information in underneath with this
Yes.
video, with this recording, so people can
Thank you.
find you.
Yeah.
And I believe, do you have workshops once in a while?
Yes,
Okay.
they are on my website. I have
Okay.
the announcements on my website.
Okay.
And one up is coming up on the 23rd, Thursday, the 23rd. Online is going to be the English one. The 22nd is in Spanish.
Oh, that's cool that you do both.
Yes.
So this can be done online or in
Or
person.
in person. I have another one in person. Yeah, in my area in Orange County, South Orange
Okay.
County.
Do you do these on a regular basis online or just
Once a month.
once a month? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. And
Yeah.
again, we'll put your website link with this episode, and people can go there and find any upcoming events.
Yes.
Mm.
Right. Thank
Thank
you.
you so much. I just absolutely love this conversation. I love what you're doing out there in the world. And you can make a change at any point in your life, right? I mean,
Anytime, I mean,
any point.
any form. I have one of my best experiences was doing the artist way with a group of
Mm,
friends,
cool.
and a 88-year woman was participating, and the facilitator asked her why. She said, "I'm still alive,
Good for her.
and I'm going to explore my life and to the end of my days."
Oh my God. I absolutely love that. I love, love, love that. I believe we're breaking those age stereotypes and those,
Yes.
when I was younger, I saw aging people differently than what I see now. And I think it's because of
Yeah.
women like us, we're in that 80 some year old woman, like it doesn't matter. The age is just a concept in your
It's a
head, a
concept.
number in your head.
Yeah.
And don't
One
let
of
it determine
yeah.
anything.
One of my clients just moved to Alabama, I think. I forget. 80 years old, and she said, "I'm going to start a new chapter in my life.
Oh,
I'm going to
how
write
awesome
I'm
is
going
that?
to write a book." I said, "Wow, great."
Oh, that is cool.
And another great woman, really quick, Isabel Allende is one of my favorite authors. She's 83 and she's working on her next book.
Oh
So
my gosh, that
keep
is,
going.
yeah, those women give us permission to
Yes,
do anything at any point in time.
yes. But
I
most
want to be
important,
like that when I grow up.
yes, me too. But most important, give yourself permission.
Yes, give yourself
Yeah,
permission. Don't wait for anybody
don't
else
wait
to
for
give it to
anybody
you
else.
because
Yes,
it's probably not going to happen. You have to
right.
decide for yourself and give
Exactly.
yourself permission. Oh, I love that. That's a good
Woo.
way to end this.
Yes,
Give yourself permission to do whatever you want to do
and do it.
and do it. Love that.
Yes.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you so much.
Socorro. This has
And
been so
thank you
fun.
too. It was a pleasure and a blessing. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to everybody who's been listening. Check out Socorro's website. Um, Subscribe, share this episode. Yeah, watch for the next upcoming Evolving Women episode because we're all helping each other to evolve. All right, my friend. Thank you so much.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
Bye bye.